Welcome back to our series on how to align the enlargers. Today we are looking at the Beseler V or VXL. The Beseler V is a very different enlarger than the other Beseler 4.5s, the M series, and how you adjust them. The negative stage is a lot more like the Omega enlargers in that we have two screws on this side of the negative plate and two on this, and they're in slots, and we move them side to side and front to back. The negative stage is much like the 4.5 MXT in that it is a triple lens turret, but it has set screws, 3 of them, that allow you to pitch the lens board left and right and front to back. So let's take a closer look at how this works. The negative stage on here is fairly straightforward. We're going to loosen these 2 screws and then 2 more on the other side to allow this to move in these little slots that the screws set in, so this entire plate can pitch side to side and front to back. In this particular case, I actually need to move the near side up just a hair. So I'm going to loosen that, loosen this. I am going to leave the opposite side alone because that's my fulcrum point. So just move these a tiny amount, tighten that up. Try to keep the tension of the screw enough so you don't have to fight gravity. All right, and that's it there. Now the front needs to go up just a hair as well. So I'm gonna loosen that one back up and loosen this side a little bit. And the rear 2 are gonna be my fulcrum point. And I can, there we go, pitch that just a hair that way. Yeah. And there you go. So the negative stage is now taken care of. So let's look at the lens stage. That one's a little bit more complex. So the lens stage is all together in one piece. And we have these 3 screws here, these thumb screws, that are the attachment points onto the enlarger. Then we have these small set screws, 3 of these, here, here, and here, that are going to be the actual adjustment. So these we only want to use enough to get it to grab the enlarger, and then we're going to adjust the set screws to cause any sort of pitch. And it's on a 3-point system, so you kind of have to go back and forth until you get it right. Okay. Now remember, we don't want these tightened all the way. That would only push this all the way up against it tight and not necessarily correct any kind of motion. So now we need to use our Allen wrench for those set screws. So let me go get that. Here. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to tighten these as I need to. Okay. And there we go. So now I can move these. Yeah, that one's already done. And that's it. So with those 3, it's going to pitch and roll the negative stage, or the lens stage, into the correct position. So that's it for this one. And that's the Beseler 4.5 V series. So again, the negative carrier, you pitch side to side and front to back with the 2 screws on either side. And then the lens stage is a 3-point touch system with set screws. And you just move them to slowly pitch it into the correct direction. So a much easier system than some of the older 4.5s or the 4.5M series. but still a pretty good solid machine and extremely heavy. So thank you again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll continue making video series on how to align other models of enlargers.